Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. It is Tuesday, June 14th, and we're going to be having a preview to a discussion that we're going to be hosting this weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. So let me bring that up. So wait till people join. So to all of you joining, I found out that this was very valuable 2 weeks ago when we did a summit. We held a Truth, Freedom, Health Summit 2 Saturdays ago. So we're going to be doing that same thing this Saturday, June 18th, 2022, for all of our Truth, Freedom, Health warrior scholars. We have hundreds of thousands of people all over the world who've connected with our movement. But we're going to have a Truth, Freedom, and Health Summit for all of our warrior scholars. And it's going to be on discovering nature's antiviral cocktails, a CytoSolve Exclusive. And this discussion has been motivated by the fact several months ago, Pfizer, the big pharmaceutical company, put out a drug called Paxlovid. You can see it, Paxlovid, Paxlovid. And Paxlovid is essentially two compounds that they put together that they made as an oral antiviral. And I believe this was motivated because of the fallout that the academic and establishment doctors have been receiving from the pro-vax, anti-vax, entire discourse that's taken place. And so I think what Pfizer is doing is they're pushing essentially a tablet. You don't get injected, but you take a tablet. Interestingly enough, this tablet is made up of two compounds, essentially two synthetic compounds. You could call it a cocktail. And by the way, before I discuss, let me welcome people. We have people coming from all over the world. Diane Veronica, great to have you from Australia. Great to have you. We have Binghamton, New York. Good to have you. Thank you. Yep, great to have all of you. And there we go. Good to have you. And I'll introduce people as they're coming in. So when we look at this drug, Paxlovid, it is essentially a cocktail, but it's a cocktail of two synthetic compounds that have been put together. And so many of you know that my scientific career has been based on creating a technology called CytoSolve, which can actually help us find cocktails from natural compounds. So we thought it would be a very opportune time for us as a community to start having a discourse on this area of creating antiviral cocktails from nature. And because if the forces like Big Pharma, like Pfizer, think that we should do this, well, I think it's an opportunity to use this opening in the discourse to really have a conversation about it. So this Saturday, everyone should write it down. This Saturday at 11 a.m. This coming Saturday, let me put that up. This Saturday at 11 a.m., we're having the Truth, Freedom, and Health Summit on discovering nature's antiviral cocktails, and it's really a CytoSolve exclusive. So I hope all of you can join us. It's for all of our Truth, Freedom, and Health warrior scholars. One of the benefits of being a warrior scholar, because we have these very intense, detailed events. And what are we going to be covering? We're going to be covering a number of things, as you can see, and I'll come back to this. But the summit's going to cover many, many things, from what is the immune system to how do antivirals work? Can we create cocktails? And I'll come back to this. But fundamentally, to those of your warrior scholars, Saturday, June 18th, 2022 at 11 a.m. will be the Truth, Freedom, and Health Warrior Scholar Summit. And it's free to all warrior scholars because you're part of the community. If you want to become a warrior scholar, listen very carefully. Go to vashiva.com/join, and you get to become a warrior scholar. It's an entire community. We have the educational program. We have the social media, independent of big tech. You can communicate with people all over the world. And then we have a whole set of tools that you can learn about system science. But most importantly, you can also learn how to get activated to educate others. And that's the Foundations of Systems course. You can also go to vashiva.com/join. It's the same place. And so if you go to vashiva.com, it'll lend you there. Those of you who are not Truth, Freedom, and Health warriors and are listening in tonight, please feel free to join us at the open house that I host every Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. EST. It's a time for us to meet, discuss. We made it at both sessions of Thursday at 11 a.m. in the morning because we have people from, the East. For them, it's in the evening. And then also we do it Thursdays, 8 p.m. So please feel to join us there. And our goal in our Truth, Freedom, and Health student program is we learn people how to think, not what to think. And it's really educating people on the science of systems, and it really bridges East and West. So, in 2008, when I finished 2007, when I finished my PhD at MIT, I went back to India because I wanted to find the intersection or really understand why these Eastern systems of medicine worked. Because I had seen my grandmother be able to help others empirically through this process, which I've shared before. So that led me into really doing all my work at MIT and then going back to India in 2010. I was able to find this intersection that really explained the intersection of Eastern medicine with Western engineering systems theory. That's what helped me build this course. And that course really became the foundations of system science, which is how we used to run our entire program. So I'm going to come back to what we're going to be previewing at the event on Saturday, but let me just play a quick video so you understand my journey to systems, and hopefully it inspires you. Welcome to VA Shiva. VA Shiva is a product of my journey across East and West, science and tradition, ancient and modern, that brings you the science of systems so you can become a force for truth, freedom, health. VA Shiva is a platform of revolutionary education, community building, and weaponry for unleashing local activism. My journey to VA Shiva begins in the chaos of Bombay, where I experienced diverse religions, languages, castes, and in a small village that had no running water, no electricity, where my grandmother, a poor village farmer, practiced Siddha, an ancient system of Indian medicine over 10,000 years old. She observed one's face, the art of Samudrika Lakshanam, to understand a body's unique constitution, allowing her to deliver the right medicine for the right person at the right time. Watching my grandmother heal others, I was inspired to study medicine, but I was also aware of the corrupt caste system of India, which denigrated a human being, where my family were considered low caste untouchables, where one's birth determined one's destiny. The grit and determination of my mother and father led them to get educated and to come to America, a 1 in a trillion event. Their actions inspired me to work hard and excel. While in 9th grade, I attended New York University in a computer science program, and subsequently, at the age of 14, was given a full-time job as a research fellow at what is now known as Rutgers Medical School in the heart of Newark, New Jersey. There, I investigated the system of sleep using mathematics, computer science, and biology for sudden infant death syndrome. It was there in Newark where I invented email, when I was the first to convert every feature of the physical, paper-based inter-office mail system, including inbox, outbox, memo, carbon copy, blind carbon copy, attachments, into its electronic equivalent, a system which I named email, a term that I was the first to coin. On August 30th, 1982, I was awarded the first U.S. copyright for the invention of this system, recognizing me as the inventor of email. At that time, copyright was the only way to protect software inventions. I went on to MIT, where I earned 4 degrees across multiple systems of engineering: electrical, mechanical, design, biological. That training led me to invent many other systems for advancing humankind. EchoMail, the world's first intelligent email management system. CytoSolve, a computational biology system for eliminating animal testing to discover new medicines faster, cheaper, and safer. And to the creation of a whole systems methodology for certifying clean food. These innovations led me back on a Fulbright to India, where I discovered the missing link between Eastern medicine and Western systems theory, honoring my grandmother, to develop Your Body, Your System, a powerful tool that will help you understand how your body is a system and how the inputs of food, supplements, and exercise bring your body back to its natural system state. And systems health, an integrative educational discipline that is now integrated into the VA Shiva platform that will enable you to learn the science of systems, the science of everything, be it your body as a system or our society and politics as a system, to reveal the foundational interrelationships between truth, freedom, health. Now is the time for you to be the light, learn the science of systems, build community, and weaponize yourself to unleash the activism necessary to deliver truth, freedom, health in your local community. Welcome to VA Shiva. All right, everyone, for those of you joining this evening or this morning, wherever you are on the planet, we're going to be giving a preview to the Truth, Freedom, and Health Summit. That's going to be focused on discovering nature's antiviral cocktails. And it's really going to be a CytoSolve exclusive. That's coming this Saturday, June 18th, 11 a.m. EST. If you're not a Truth, Freedom, and Health Warrior Scholar, please sign up and you get many, many benefits. But let me tell you what we're going to be covering. So we're going to first cover at this summit, what is the immune system? For those of you who've seen my previous videos, I'm going to do a very detailed understanding of what is the immune system based on modern systems immunology. The current idea of the immune system is frankly based on a 1915 model, which I've talked about for many, many years. But I want all of you to get educated on what is the immune system. Everyone uses the word of the immune system, but do you guys really know what it is? So I want our Truth, Freedom, Health Warrior Scholars will learn that. So that's the first thing. What is the immune system? The second thing that we're going to cover this Saturday at 11 a.m. EST at our Truth, Freedom, Health Summit is what are the 5 subsystems of the immune system? You see, in 1915, they really only had a 2-system model of the immune system. And over the last century, we've learned a lot more. However, the concept of using the one-size-fits-all medicine of everyone getting the jab is based on an old model of the immune system. So in order to educate people so you get more confident in fact, educating your doctors and other healthcare practitioners, my goal is to teach you what are the 5 subsystems of the immune system. The next is, what are the scientific principles of building immunity? This is something, unfortunately, that's really not taught in any real systems-wide way in medical schools. It's unfortunate for doctors, but we want to teach people what are the principles, because once you understand principles, everything comes after it. If you don't understand principles, you're just following other people's rules and diktats. So that's the next thing we're going to be discussing. What are the scientific principles of building the immune system? Next is, what is an antiviral? Okay? And the 4 phases of viral infection. This will have to get into detail to understanding what is a virus, right? What is an antiviral? And there is a particular way that these pathogens go through a cycle of infecting you, and how can you actually protect yourself? But we need to understand what is an antiviral, knowing that our body, as you're going to learn, has about 380 trillion viruses already, okay? So it's quite an interesting discourse we'll do, again, this Saturday at the summit. The next thing is, does Mother Nature create antiviral medicines, okay? And to those of you just joining, we are taught that we have to go to a big pharma organization to get antivirals, right? So recently, a couple of months ago, weeks ago, there's been a big push out there about Pfizer's Paxlovid, which is a medicine that contains 2 ingredients, cocktails, that the claim is that this will protect you against, in this case, COVID, okay? So we want to ask the question, does Mother Nature create any antiviral medicines? So, for example, if you look at garlic here, garlic is an antiviral, and there's a lot written about it. Another example is echinacea, another antiviral, which we'll discuss. And by the way, we're going to look at many, many different antivirals at this event this Saturday at 11 a.m. Ginseng, another antiviral. So these are different antivirals, but the reality is our research at CytoSolve has revealed at least, and there's more, 70 natural antivirals in nature. So traditional cultures, like what I grew up in India, or if you grew up in different traditional backgrounds, people would take these natural foods and they'd combine them to figure out what was right for you. and these were quote unquote natural antiviral cocktails. So we want to really understand, and we're going to discuss this at the summit, because several months ago, the National Institute of Health said we need to create natural or oral antivirals. They were only looking at pharma. And our movement's view is, given we have CytoSolve, that we can actually explore the creation of natural antivirals. Someone just put cloves and turmeric. Yep, those are antivirals. Thank you, Socially Paula Thomas. Yep. So we're going to discuss that, okay? At the summit, we're going to go through these different antivirals, and then we're going to ask the question, what we want to ask is, what is Pfizer's antiviral Paxlovid for COVID? And does Paxlovid work? We're going to walk you through, again, this is Big Pharma's new approach, given the big controversy of the jab. They're coming up with an oral antiviral. What is Paxlovid? Does it work? We're going to go deep into that at the summit, so you all understand what's coming on the horizon, okay? So that's one thing we're also going to do. So a lot of topics are going to get covered. So for example, just to give you a quick preview, Pfizer's antiviral drug is known as Paxlovid. It was authorized the end of last year, and it was not fully approved by the FDA. It's only for emergency use, okay? It's currently used to treat mild to moderate COVID in adults. And the treatment plan, you take these 3 tablets for 5 days, and it's only recommended for people at high risk for developing severe COVID. And there's actually 2 tablets, one called, as you can see, Nirmatrelvir and Ritonavir, okay? You take 2 tablets of 150 grams of one, 300 grams, and you take the other 100 milligrams. And there's a lot of known side effects, which we're going to cover, from hives to hoarseness to skin rash to swelling and liver-related complications. So we're going to cover this, but this is what Pfizer's put out there. But you can see it's a cocktail of 2 drugs, and we'll be covering this at the summit. And then finally, we want to educate all of you on what are the viral molecular systems and stages of viral infection. So when there's a big myth you're going to learn at the summit of, is it the virus that kills you, or is it your own weakened immune system? So you'll learn about that. Very, very important set of knowledge I want to convey to all of you. And the other thing is, how can antiviral work to affect those molecular pathways? So how can antivirals work? And can we create cocktails from nature? So this is what we want to talk about. Nature is the biggest pharmacy out there. Can we look at nature? I showed you 70 antivirals. Can we look at that, and can we combine those to create powerful things? Some of you may know CytoSolve as an organization has been running for many, many years, 16 years, helping many of the more forward-thinking companies. More recently, about 2 years ago, we created MV25, and we did this because over the last 16 years, we built so many of these mathematical models without killing animals that we literally looked at in nature all the different compounds that could be used for pain and inflammation. We combined it, and we found a set of ingredients, which those of you who've gotten it have reported just phenomenal results. So just very quickly, let me just share with you what is MV25, and I'll come right back. But it'll give you an idea of where we can go to create something like this, an antiviral, which is coming from nature, not using big pharma. So let me just play. This will give you an idea of what is MV25. It'll inspire you to the possibilities.
Millions of people suffer every day from painful discomfort and swelling, but most pain medications come with harsh side effects, and many alternative supplements have little scientific backing. That's why we at CytoSolve created MV25. MV25 was formulated using the CytoSolve Computational Systems Biology Platform, a technology for precision and personalized health invented by Dr. Shiva during his doctoral research at MIT. This formulation is the result of computing trillions of potential combinations of biomolecular interactions derived from thousands of peer-reviewed scientific papers published across 4 decades by 68 research institutions to discover an optimal synergy of compounds that downregulate biomarkers of discomfort and normal swelling.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ann. My hands would cramp up so that I couldn't hold cards or knit or crochet, and they would go like that. not have to use this when I played cards with my grandkids. And I started taking that MV25. After a bit, I was able to hold cards in my hand. Very, very little cramping, hardly at all anymore. MV25.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I tore my ACL during Taekwondo. I had a lot of pain and limited mobility. I've been taking the MV25 for about 6 months now. After the first week, I noticed a big difference. After the second week, almost literally no pain.
My name is Jeremy, and I suffer from a lower back problem. Hurt my back at work years ago, and I can go to the chiropractor, do all kinds of different things, and nothing seems to help. And I decided to try MV25. I didn't notice a difference immediately, but within a few days, the pain went away, and it stayed away. I've continued to take it, and even when I do things that I shouldn't do, it seems to go away a lot quicker than it ever did before.
MV25 is certified clean, 100% non-GMO, made in America, and GMP certified for good manufacturing practices. MV25 is CytoSolve optimized, which means that this formula has been engineered to maximize benefits while minimizing toxicity based on current research curated by CytoSolve. As the science advances, so will this formulation. This is our promise. Order online at mv25.life. Consult your doctor before taking any supplement or medication and use as directed. MV25.
So this weekend, these are the issues that we'll cover at the summit. Again, from what is the immune system all the way to can we create cocktails using CytoSolve. There are amazing antivirals out there. People have known these for centuries. And the problem is that if you promote any of these antivirals, you either get shut down, the scientific, quote unquote, academic community comes after you. But with CytoSolve, we have a very powerful weapon, a tool, because CytoSolve came out of my work at MIT. We published major papers on it in major journals. So we validated, and using CytoSolve, we could actually validate nature. And this was one of my motivations, watching my grandmother mix these different herbs and medicines together. Now, if we can use CytoSolve to understand this, we can, in fact, do that. And we're going to be sharing with you some of those details at the summit. And then finally, as I mentioned, by the way, you can go to MV25. If you go to the shop online, you can find it. People are finding some great benefit from it, so take advantage of that. Now, if we can do this, the question becomes, how do we do that? Okay? How do we do that? Remember, Big Pharma has trillions of dollars behind them, not billions, trillions. CytoSolve, as we discuss in our systems course, is a decentralized model where we're using scientific research from all over the world. We're integrating that, organizing it, and being able to figure out the right combinations. But one of the things we'll talk about is how we as a community can support this. So I recommend we explore that, and then we'll be exploring that. The other thing I want to talk about is one of the things that came out of our research that, by the way, everyone who becomes a Truth, Freedom, and Health warrior, not only do you get invited to summits like these, but one of the things I did was when I finished my Fulbright work in India, I was able to discover essentially crack the code to understand what are Eastern systems of medicine. So if some of you have studied Chinese medicine, some of you have studied Indian medicine or different Native American medicine, they use a language, okay? And the problem is the naturopaths, the yoga teachers, the Ayurvedic people, they use a certain language. When they speak in that language to the Western trained doctor, these people think these people are nuts or they're sort of woo-woo new age people, and they look down upon them. Independently, the Western medical doctors do not understand the body as a system. They studied from an organ-based approach. My research in 2009, after I finished my PhD, went on the Fulbright. What I discovered was that if you look at the body as a system, what really took place was the Eastern systems of medicine actually did look at the body as a system, and they came up with the language. The problem is most people who practice Eastern systems of medicine don't even understand the depth of that language. And what I uncovered was that the language that they use, in fact, it's 9 principles, are directly related not to Western medicine, but to Western engineering systems principles. And that discovery helped me to create a tool which all of you get when you become a Truth, Freedom, and Health warrior called Your Body, Your System. And what Your Body, Your System helps people do is to map that language where you answer a set of questions and you can figure out how much transport, conversion, storage. This comes from general engineering systems theory, which is the same as Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and Indian science, system, yogic science. And you can discover your body. That's the red dot. Now, different red dots, different people's red dots will be in different locations. Then the technology I created allows you to answer a different set of questions and figure out how much your body is deviated from its red dot. That's your target. This means you didn't get enough sleep, or you properly didn't eat the right foods. And then the system will actually calculate for you the right foods, supplements that are right for you. So that's the Your Body, Your System tool. So I share that with you because it's time that we bridge East and West, science and tradition, ancient and modern. As you know, this knowledge curriculum that we put together, you can use it to understand your body. You can use it to understand engineering systems, but you can use it to also understand political systems and see the relation between truth, freedom, and health. So again, I hope all of you join us this Saturday. Again, this Saturday at 11 a.m. EST. It's for all of our Truth, Freedom, and Health warriors. Those of you who are Truth, Freedom, and Health warriors, please make sure you go, and remember this date. And those of you who are not, please sign up, okay? And you can simply go to vashiva.com/join or truthfreedomhealth.com, and you get a tremendous amount of tools. You get access to the Foundations of Systems course and a lot more. And those of you who want to simply know more about the movement, the educational program, you are all welcome Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. to come to the orientation. I teach it. I'm there. It's an open house. vashiva.com/orientation. If you see it right there, vashiva.com. Maybe just put a banner there so you guys can all see it. Let me put it right there. There you see, vashiva.com/orientation. So I hope you can all make it. And finally, those of you who want to learn a little bit more and are ready to learn more, I've also made everything easy for you. You can simply get this book, The System and Revolution. It's really sort of the basic textbook. System Health is also there for those of you ready. And I made the book absolutely free, just cover shipping and handling. Okay, so before I close, I want to hopefully inspire all of you guys to join the movement. You're going to enjoy the summit we're having this Saturday. And independent of the features and the capabilities you get in this unique educational stuff that I teach on the weekends, the Truth, Freedom, and Health movement consists of curricula. It consists of a community independent of tools that are independent of big tech, and then activism. So let me just play this video and I'll see you all. Be well. Thank you. Hello, this is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. Welcome to VA Shiva, the platform of education, technology, and activism, so you may raise your consciousness to win the truth, freedom, and health you need to create the future you deserve. The VA Shiva platform provides its Truth, Freedom, Health warrior scholars the following 3 capabilities. Number 1, an ultimate education that is based on the science of systems. Number 2, technologies to empower you to take charge of your health, as well as social media tools, independent of big tech, so you can connect with other incredible Truth, Freedom, Health warrior scholars equally dedicated like you to winning truth, freedom, and health. 3, instruments for activism, so you become a beacon of light in your online and offline community to educate others' growth and advancement. VA Shiva provides you the foundations of the science of systems, the ultimate education. The science of systems provides you the missing fundamental scientific knowledge to understand every system in and around you. The science of systems will enable you to uncover the real problem and real solution in any situation and on any issue. Concerning the educational component, first you will receive direct access to me to learn the science of systems in my 3-hour live private online group class that I run every week. Second, you will have access to archived lectures so you can continue your education independent of me. Third, you can test your proficiency in learning the fundamental principles and get a formal certification for the foundations of systems. Independent of this classroom education, you will receive also 4 important books. The first book is the best-selling classic Systems and Revolution, from which you can learn all of these concepts and more. The second book is The Science of Everything, that will educate you on how the science of systems systems is the foundational knowledge of every system in the universe. The third book, Your Body, Your System, focuses on how to understand the interplay of these systems within your own body. And then the fourth book, Your System, Your Life, will help you apply these principles to other aspects of your life, such as running a business, understanding relationships, and more. Beyond the curriculum and books, the second capability is the technologies that you will be afforded. One of them is a powerful Your Body, Your System software, which is an online laboratory where you can use your body as a system to further deepen your understanding of the science of systems. The tool allows you to understand what kind of system you are. Is your system on course or is it off course? And how the inputs of food, supplements, herbs, activities such as sleep, yoga, meditation, exercise can affect your body to bring it back on course. Finally, to support your education, I've also included a seminal scientific paper that I wrote, which will help you understand that the knowledge of systems, it does not only originate in the modern world starting in the 1920s and 30s, but it actually dates back 10 to 20,000 years and intersects directly with the foundations of Eastern systems of medicine. In addition to this, you will also get 2 scientific papers sharing how the science of systems can also be used to apply to understanding how food is medicine. One paper exposes turmeric from the molecular systems level and how it affects your body. The other paper explores ginger and how that affects your body. That's just the educational piece. As you raise your consciousness through this education, you will likely want to connect with other Truth, Freedom, Health warrior scholars in an environment where you can connect and build community. To support that, I've also created 2 powerful social media tools. One of them is the VA Shiva forum. Here you can start discussions, you can pose questions and meet others and have healthy debates. The other is VA Shiva Social, where you can create your own profile, your own presence, like other major social media tools. However, it is independent of big tech. You can use VA Shiva Social to interconnect with your fellow Truth, Freedom, Health warrior scholars and build community. Beyond the education capability and the social media capability, the platform also enables you to take action by disseminating your knowledge on the ground and into your local online and offline communities. Powerful educational cards and research are included so you can pass these cards to your friends and neighbors that provide them summarized content, which further directs them to online research and education. In addition to this, the activism component also provides you many short 1-minute educational video content, memes, and text, allowing you to quickly craft messages for your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and other pages so you can deliver content to educate others and drive them to longer educational posts on VA Shiva. VA Shiva is fundamentally an enabling platform for you to get the truth, freedom, and health you deserve through education, technology, and activism. I hope you become a truth, freedom, and health warrior scholar today. Thank you. All right, everyone. So before I sign off, just to remind you, this Saturday, June 18th, 2022, this year, 11 a.m. EST, for all of our Truth, Freedom, and Health warriors. Big reminder, we're going to be doing a big summit on discovering nature's antiviral cocktails. It's a CytoSolve exclusive. Those of you who are not Truth, Freedom, and Health warrior's, please go to truthfreedomhealth.com, sign up. You get many benefits. Be well, be the light, and I wish you all a very good night. Okay? Thank you. Be well.